You're watching Pyro Media Network.
Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
What's going on? Hey, how y'all doing? Listen, it's a lot of moving parts today. Welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. I'm excited to be here, okay? It's been a lot going on. I've been moving and grooving and shaking and baking and all of that good stuff. You ever just out there and just notice that everything is breaking news, but not everything is the truth? Huh? Everybody got an opinion. Everybody's got a platform, but discernment, that part seems to be like an optional kind of thing, okay? So today, we're going to be talking about what went viral, of course, what's real, what's questionable, and what we actually need to pay attention to, okay? So, Handleable Shaya! Welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. I'll see y'all when we get back. What's going on, everybody? Listen, welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. How y'all doing out there? It's so much going on. I've been ripping and running this morning, but my producer told me my skin is glowing. I look all right today. Hey, what's going on, Blessed? How you doing? What's going on, Cyrus? What's going on, everybody? We have so much to talk about today. I ain't even gonna hold you. We're gonna talk about everything. Can I just say, side note? This is not in the topics or anything like that, but the Deal Whisperer's bond was denied. He's still in jail. Do what you want with that. Do what you want with that, okay? They went to court again, and his bail was denied. That baby ain't getting out of jail for a long time, okay? So, cheers to that. Until you do right by me, everything you touch. Okay, now let's just get started. One, I want to start on a light note. Let's get started with what went viral, y'all. So there's this video going around of parents telling their suburban kids to square up. I think all y'all out there of a particular age, you know, when something went down, especially those of us on the West Coast, square up, square up. So these kids are living a nice life. So I don't know if this is discipline or a reality check gone left, but let's take a look at the video and y'all tell me what you think.
Yes?
Square up. Square up.
Square up?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What you think it means? Square up.
Oh, I don't have a guess.
Okay, well, do what you think square up means. Like, get up and do what you think it means. If I tell you square up, what you think you're supposed to do?
Well, let's square. Then you better go up.
Hey, Nova. Square up.
What?
Square up.
What do you mean square up?
Square up.
Like what? Square up? Like, what?
Summer, square up. Period. Period. Don't play with her.
You know what? I'm scared for Summer because you can tell Summer got hands on her. But these other kids, you can tell, ain't been told no, and they're living a very blessed and soft life. Go ahead, y'all. Okay. Square up probably ain't the answer either. Okay, just keeping it real. You know, we've evolved from that. Maybe we've gotten better from that, but I'm just going to leave that right there, okay? That's just some light. So let's get into all of the hot topics. First of all, we lost a legend. Jesus. Kiki Shepard, the Black Vanna White, passed away suddenly at the age of 74, y'all. She had a heart attack. So just a little bit about Kiki Shepard. For those of y'all who don't know out there, Kiki was that girl. From 1987 to 2002, she was the presence, the style, and the consistency. She wasn't just hosting, she was setting the tone. And I just wanted to play this little video, this little clip, this little homage to her, because some of y'all don't remember Kiki Shepard and what she represented on Showtime at the Apollo. Let's take a look.
And now it's time to bring out the lovely, the sexy Kiki Shepard. Woo! Everybody, what's Kung Fu fighting? All right. All right.
All right. Listen, rest in power, Kiki Shepard. You will be missed. You will be remembered. There's nobody else who could walk out on that stage and put their hand over their head when people booed. That was the time. Bring that back. And let me just say, I don't know if y'all remember, but baby, if you could get through the Apollo, there's two places I've always said, if you can get through there singing, a legend. A legend. If you could get through singing at church and at the Apollo, you good. That's all there is to it. Rest in power, Kiki Shepard. Okay, let's move on real quick. I'm moving a little fast. I'm gonna take my time, but we have a lot to cover. Okay, we just bear with me. Okay, a huge shout out to Bishop O.C. Allen. Today he was honored at Morehouse with an oil portrait. I can't even talk. With an oil portrait. And you know what really stood out to me is his humility. You know, he stated that this is something that he never imagined. And that's what happens when purpose and faith align. You know, I'm currently reading his 31-day success code to getting over self-sabotage. And one of my takeaways from it is that success is not by accident. Success is intentional. You know, success is about your discipline. Success is about going after what you want and what you pray for, even in fear. You know, so I just want to say big congratulations to my bishop. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody at Vision Cathedral of Atlanta. Woo, woo, woo. This is a great day. He's the first openly gay bishop to be honored with an oil portrait. So I think it's dope when you just kind of like live in your truth and understand that you don't necessarily have to travel the path, but you can create your own path to travel. Okay, now let's get into the Oscars. The Oscars went down this weekend. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan winning the Best Actor into the movie Sinners, which I have not seen yet. I'm going to watch it. I promise you I am. And Kwame, let me just tell you, you are right. My skin is skinning. Hallelujah. Glory to his name. Yes, Lord. Now, Tiana Taylor, who's been giving all award season long. Tiana Taylor, the gorgeous Tiana Taylor, reminded us that she is that she is beautiful and she is stunning and she will still go boogie down Bronx on you. Where's she from? The Bronx? Anyways, she says a security guard shoved her, and she called it out at the Academy Awards, and the people she about it. The people responded saying that behavior was unacceptable. Let's take a look at what happened.
You're a man putting your hands on a female. Go backstage. Put on a little bit. Because he's putting his hands on a female. What are you doing? He literally shoved me. He wasn't even her. He was damn shoving her. He just said us in the same. Shove us for what? Everybody's still happy. Everybody's happy the same time. But when you shove me, that's a different story. You can say no and get it. Shove me. That's a different story. You're not touching me. You're not shoving me.
Now, baby, let me just say this real quick. If you let me get out of character. Let me be somewhere in my good clothing, in my fine jewelry, and you push me. I'm an Aries. I'm about that life. I don't know what sign Tiana is, and did you see her mom behind her? That beautiful lady in the red? She was looking like, what we about to do? It can go down wherever it needs to go down. Anyways, respect should never be an option. Respect is never optional. I strongly believe in that, and she deserves the utmost respect. And now listen, I'm just gonna say it. If it was a white woman, would that have happened? Let's move on. Then Jules Smith. Is that the baby's name? Jules? Solange's son, Beyonce's nephew. Well, I'll put Jules in the LGBT and the Let God Be True Quickly community. So recently, Jules did an appearance. Handsome young man, ain't he? Just beautiful. It just runs in his family. Anyways, he made an appearance at a club called Opium out here in Atlanta on their LGBTQ night. Let's take a look at the footage and let's talk.
How you doing, my brother? Good you. Nice to meet you. Hey, my brother. So we were gonna get your interview outside when you leave. That's cool. You're not doing one? Oh, they missed me there. Oh, okay, cool. You say you're not doing one. Huh? Nope. Shout out. Nope.
Now, number one, he is young. He's 21. Okay. I'm gonna be easy. I'm gonna be easy because he's a baby. He's a baby still. Two of my thoughts. I don't understand. I mean, I know he's a celebrity. But is he really that popular in the LGBT community? He didn't look like he wanted to be there. Let's just say that. Because I always thought like, now I'm not a clubber, okay, like I used to be. I'm past that stage. But when somebody makes an appearance, don't they usually say hey or walk in and wave or sit in the bottle service or something? I don't know. And we don't know what was in the contract, but he didn't look like he was interested. Honestly, it was giving, I don't want to be associated with the gay community because I don't want people to think I'm gay. How you doing? Uncle Johnny is flipping and rolling. And then there's a tweet going around. He show the tweet, Kwame. So Gay Magazine responded because he posted a tweet that he since deleted. I'm sure Auntie Beyonce said now, Jules, because he said it cost to interview him, and he's about that life and getting his money. I just don't think he should have been booked for it. But it doesn't sound like he's turning down money right now. Although I just feel so confused because doesn't he have money? I don't know. I'm gonna leave him alone. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Should he or should he have not been? Should he have been booked in the first place? I think there's a nicer way. I don't hate the fact, but because he's connected to Beyonce, and come on, Beyonce is Uncle Johnny's niece, Tina's brother. They did a whole tour for the gays. You're right. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone because he's young. He's growing. He's getting that money. But I don't foresee him being booked at any. Unless he's just really getting paid. I don't see him being at any Pride events. And I think it would just make blessed. I'm gonna leave him alone. And you know what? I ain't even really going hard on him because I don't think he did anything wrong. I just kind of feel like all money ain't good money. It just didn't go in his favor. I'm not going to be hard on him. I just hope maybe this is the learning lesson for him. Anyways, speaking of Beyonce's people, can we get into Mama Tina? Lord. Y'all hear about Mama Tina's gumbo? How it's making everybody sick? That's what the people said. And I'm here to clear up a few things because the people was going around saying it was giving them food poisoning. And as she was down at the Houston rodeo just selling her gumbo, which first of all, here's my thought. When have we known Tina to cook? Lord, I'm going. Oh, Lord Jesus. That's been hospitalized. Okay. Well, let me just talk about it. Apparently, it was a brief closure. Okay. It was a brief closure. Somebody called the food people. They went down. They passed the inspection. And as of now, they are reopened. I just can't imagine Tina serving bad gumbo to make people sick. But I brought this story up because my friends texted me about it. Lord Jesus, Tina. Speaking of strong Black women, Todd Chrisley. Recently, Todd Chrisley is trending because he was talking about making sure that his granddaughter, Chloe, had a Black nanny. Because according to him, she got enough white already. Let's take a look at the video.
I need a Black nanny.
Mm-hmm.
I need a Black woman with her.
Mm-hmm.
She gets enough white. Her daddy's side's covered.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to make sure that she knows that she's part Black.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up with a nanny, Andrea, who was wonderful and was with Chloe until Chloe didn't need a nanny anymore. But I also placed Chloe when she got older with a child psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
that taught her about her feelings, about, you look different than the rest of the people in your family.
Mm-hmm.
This is because your mother is African American or Black. And
did you have to use the Black therapist, or?
I did use a Black therapist only because I felt like that it would resonate more.
Mm-hmm.
She had enough white people telling her what to do
and what to do.
Right. She needed to have another perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So when Andrea would take her to the library every week, she had to do a report every week on a African-American successful female. And that's when I got involved with Octavia Spencer.
Oh, okay.
Y'all, these comments is sending me. I mean, what do y'all think? You know what? I think this is great for Chloe, you know, given her circumstances. Obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of issues surrounding her relationship with her mother. But I'm glad glad Todd is doing the right thing for her. That's all I can say. Because this conversation right here has layers to it. It just does. Speaking of rich white women, I think this, yeah, it is. But speaking of rich white women, let's move on to E.J. Johnson. Girl. Now listen. EJ has always been unapologetically itself. Yeah. I agree. She's a young black. What can you do? And she won't be whitewashed. Now listen, she's gonna be a strong black woman. I think she's gonna give Todd Chrisley the business. But anyway, speaking of rich white women, EJ Johnson. Now EJ broke the internet because he was talking about play the video first. Let's play the video first. And then we'll come back. The other video.
I don't attract gay men, and I'm not attracted to gay men. Like, it's just not a thing.
Tell me more about that.
You know, I think, like, if you ask any of the girls, like, they'll tell you the same. And I think they're just labels. You know, that's what, like, I don't care what, you know, like, I'm dating someone. I'm like, I don't care what you identify as or what you call yourself, as long as you are happy being who you are. But to be honest, it's like, that's why I don't go to gay clubs. I don't go to, you know, gay things, because it's like the men that I attract are not there. And also, like, they're like, you know, they kind of like wave you off. You're just like, oh, that, you know, hey girl, like, you know, it's not, you're not in here like the rest of us are, you know.
Yes. Okay. So let's get into this. First of all, I got to take off my glasses for this. EJ went from that to now play the other video. To this. Did anybody watch the interview besides me? You know, a lot of people were in uproar because of his statement. And I have a mixed emotion of, girl, what the heck? To also, I feel sorry for him, because honestly, deep down inside, EJ is still, bring up the picture. Bring up the first picture. Not that one. The one, there we go, that one. That's still EJ holding the purse right there. Mm-hmm. There's still a little chubby boy inside of him who is still getting over rejection. You know, he has this new body. He comes from money. So I think he hangs around a certain echelon of people. But I think he grew up not being accepted. I think he grew up being the outcast. And now that he has this body and this attitude, it's like, oh, I'm not attracted to the gay men, and gay men aren't attracted to me. It's like, well, girl, they never were. You were part of the no fats, no femmes. No shade. I think sometimes there is a level of confidence that sometimes people have that is not real, that is shrouded to cover up the true identity of not necessarily low self-esteem, but I think a lot of times when people say stuff, put other people down in order to make them feel better, there's a lot going on there. I've been thinking about this, and hear me as we discuss this. Because he identifies as non-binary. But if someone sleeps with EJ, first of all, God bless you. Go ahead. Okay, sir. But another thing, if a man sleeps with EJ, he's not straight. Maybe he's not gay, but he ain't straight. He ain't a heterosexual. Okay. And saying that you attract straight men like that's some sort of prize. Now, I do think, and y'all, we might tussle a little bit. If a man sleeps with T.S. Madison, there is a possibility of him identifying as heterosexual. I don't know. I really don't. Bring back EJ again. He's making a comeback, and he is really feeling himself. But I don't know if it's genuine or if it's covering up for something deeper. You know, all the money in the world cannot buy you happiness. I love his clothing and everything. But the rich white woman energy is just, ugh. And he said a lot of stuff that's going to piss the Black community off, especially Black women. What y'all think? First of all, who do you see EJ? I see him with a white man that's shorter. I mean, he's what, like 6'8"? Like a size 17. He's 33, so you're not that young, precious. Y'all getting quiet on me. What are we going to do? You know, you know the token Black kid, that he's definitely the token Black kid. Like, a lot of white friends totally get it. I want him. Yeah, man, y'all quiet. Ain't no comments. Listen, I want him to get some Black friends. I want him to come out to Atlanta and go to the Bulldogs. Yes, come to Atlanta. We'll go to Bulldogs, you know, get you a $5 tequila sunrise. I could bring you to Vision. Get you a little Jesus. No? Yeah, everybody quiet? Y'all ain't got nothing to say either? Okay, well, I guess this is a good time to take a commercial break. Let's go to commercial. And when we come back, we are going to do a deep dive into this Target boycott. Because are we going back to Target? Are we done? Because Jamaal, I see y'all when we get back.
This is Tammy from Tammy's Taste, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
Hey, it's Dr. Nicole D. Vick from Dr. Victorious, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
is Pastor Kim from It's Just Kim Live Show, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
You know what? I'm gonna leave EJ alone. I gotta be me. I don't know who else to be her or how else to be. I don't like her attitude. Because I watched the interview and it was like, oh, you know, I wear dresses better than the girls. Gay men, I don't attract gay men. I attract straight men. Not that cute. You can lose weight, but you can't lose ugly. God, I had to let that out. Cause bring that picture up. Let's just have a conversation. Let's bring the picture up of EJ real quick with that. What girl? What? How? And I'm happy you lost the weight. I'm happy you are traveling and you are living your best life. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. But that is a face card that declines every now and then. I mean, you looking left and right at the same time. And you trying to come for somebody else? All right. That's it. Let's move on to the Target boycott. I'm sorry. I had to just get that off. Listen, I know I'm not that cute. I'm okay. Okay. Now, serious face. This is
What's going on, y'all? It's Kwame Speaks from Kwame Speaks Live, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, bring it up, up.
Can we? Okay. Hey, y'all. Listen. All I can tell you is that the struggle has been real today. Okay. I had to switch to my phone. We're going to keep going. Okay. Kwame, can you see me? Can you hear me? We just going to keep going. Because it just gets a little ghetto around here sometimes. Okay, y'all? We're not even going to say ghetto. We just going to say that God is testing me in every area to see if I can just make it through. Okay, the Target boycott. Now, this is a little crazy. Let me get to all my good notes here. Okay. Hold the show. Okay. So the Target boycott. Hey, y'all. Let me get my notes up. All right. And see, that's what I get for talking about EJ. That was my fault. You're not ugly. You are beautiful in God's eyes. All God's children are absolutely amazing. So, sorry, Lord. It's above my head now. Now let's walk through this, okay? Because this is it was on me. I'm sorry. Question: are we still boycotting Target? Are we still boycotting? Thank you. Anyways, it's a lot going on. So Jamaal Bryant came out and said the Target fast was over. And everybody was like, well, I thought we were still boycotting Target. And it was confusing me also because, Okay. Let's do we have the first clip where he was calling off the boycott? Did I put that up there? Let's get into the apology. So Jamaal Bryant apologized. Let's get into the apology. The first video.
I wanted to address you directly about what has transpired around the Target fast and the Target boycott. I have extended my life in serving our people, serving our community, and serving my congregation. The very last thing I ever want to do is be a proponent of division or divisiveness. I want us to be together as one. This week, I failed at doing that. When it is that I called for the end of the Target fast, most in our community and culture were disappointed, angry, frustrated, and bewildered. Mm-hmm. What did it mean? Have you sold out? Have you given up? You wave the white flag? And emphatically, the answer is no. Target boycott started in two different places, one in Cleveland, the other in Minneapolis, Minnesota, distinctively by two significantly strong sisters, Attorney Nakima and Representative Nina Turner. I watched it play out in real time, and it dawned on me that the Black church was not a part of the equation or the conversation dealing with civic engagement. And I pulled from their genius and their prowess the Target fast to walk alongside them. It was intended to pull together Black churches, Black congregations, and Black denominations to get back in the conversation.
Okay, now here's the thing. Okay. First of all, let me just say, I love Jamaal Bryant. I love Carrie. Remember they had that issue with the dress and all of that stuff. I talked about that a while ago. Much respect to Jamaal Bryant. So this story, listen, I'm becoming a journalist. Hey, Portia Williams. Hey, Carlos King. And I just got to report what it is. So am I the only one who was under the impression that Jamaal Bryant was one of the leaders of the movement of boycotting Target? I had no idea. It was Nina Turner, but honestly, it was Nakima Armstrong in Minneapolis, where Target is headquartered. Anyway, and I don't even know how Tamika Mallory got into it. So when you talk about not wanting to cause confusion, I'm confused. I'm already confused because then it doesn't help with the media reporting that that the Target boycott is over. But what is it over for? Because Target still hasn't apologized. They barely doing some DEI stuff. They're not going to publicly apologize. where's the money that's supposed to be going into the HBCUs? And they were supposed to be pledging $2 million after George Floyd's death. Oh, Jesus. Now enter Tamika. Yeah. So this is what Tamika had to say. Let's play her video.
So Target's memo got leaked or whatever on January 24th. January 25th, she says, hey, Target, if y'all don't restore this, we launching this boycott, and then says it's going to start February 1st, first day of Black History Month. This reach out to you.
We decided that together we would work on this boycott. The idea of a Target fast being a major campaign of the boycott, because of course we could go out and say we're calling for a boycott, but unless, as you have told us and reminded us many times, there are actual activities and ways that people can participate and continue to receive information, folks don't always know, not always updated, and people may begin to wane and sort of return and retreat. And we believe that within 40 days, we would absolutely hear back from Target with all of the unrest that was happening around the country. But that did not happen. 40 days passed and more time passed. And we continue to extend that particular campaign to keep the effort going. We started with those 4 demands. We have mentioned those 4 demands as you laid them out. Now, let me be clear that although some of what was requested in those demands has been met, there's still much work to be done. And there is still a need for accountability as it relates to the completion of those things.
Okay, y'all, listen, this is lengthy, but just stay with me. Let's get into Nina Turner. So Nina Turner is the one who was, as Jamaal mentioned, originally Senator Representative Nina Turner started the boycott at the same time as Nakima Armstrong. So let's get into what Nina had to say about the boycott.
Target still has a lot to answer for, and especially the public apology and also the $250 million investment into Black banks. This is a movement. It wasn't just a boycott. And so movement has phases. And so I want people to see this as this particular phase transitioning into another phase, not necessarily that it's over in a traditional sense, a traditional way that people think, but Target still has a lot to answer for, and especially the public apology and also the $250 million investment into Black banks. So we can both acknowledge progress, but if you don't keep pressure on people, far be it for me to say they have much more to do, and we got to keep the pressure upon them. But I am both in recognition of the progress, but also the reality that there's still much more that they need to do.
Okay, here's my first question. What is the difference between a boycott and a fast? And I have so much respect for all of these leaders up here, but there just seems to be so many, I don't know if this is the proper word, but a whole lot of Indians and not enough chiefs, or a whole lot of chiefs and not enough Indians. I don't know. It just seems to be like everybody's leading something, but what are we leading? And then, at this point, I'm not going back to Target ever again in my life. For what? Well, Nakima Armstrong, this is the originator of the boycott. And this is what she had to say. Now, and looking at the picture, you can tell Nakima don't play. Just go ahead and let's listen to what she had to say. And I had to clip it down a little bit, but I watched her interview with Roland Martin. Shout out to Roland Martin for being a true journalist and bringing out the truth. But go ahead, roll that clip.
Well, first, I want to say I feel like I just watched a theatrical performance, and I need a palate cleanse after what I just heard, which I do not feel is genuine based upon my own experience in dealing with Jamaal Bryant. He knew full well what he was doing just happened.
But
When
he was. But the
flew,
boycott also didn't just involve him. You also had former Representative Nina Turner. You also had Tamika Mallory, co-founder of Until Freedom, and their organizations as well. And then, of course, it spread like wildfire.
Because you and I had a conversation about this very thing, and I told you at the time that Jamaal, Tamika, and Nina are not credible.
Okay,
that is why I would not join the national coalition that you wanted to form in the middle of all of this.
No, you and I had a conversation. You and I had a conversation.
Well, we had a text or email.
Right. No. No, I'm going to say what it is.
I said to you that they're not credible, and they're not.
No, I'm going to say what it is. Hold on one second. One second. I'm going to hold on 1 second. Nakima.
Stand with this man in Washington trying to call for an end to the boycott. Now they're trying to save face, talking about they're still in it. We don't need you in it. Go find something else to do with your time that doesn't involve confusing Black America at a time like this. How can you stand with this man in Washington, then turn around and say, oh, I'm still boycotting. Oh, my organization. No, you made a choice, and so did we.
So I'll say
I'm
this.
just
So
not
again,
here for any of it.
So
I'm not.
She says she don't want to work with none of them because they're not credible. And first of all, this really hurts my heart really bad. It really does. Because like Cyrus said, Jamaal was the face. He was the face. There was no clear communication. You're right. And at the end of the day, I'm still boycotting Target. These 4 things that we're trying to get Target to do. Listen, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. They have no intentions of making any public apology. It's clear they have no intention of putting money into the HBCUs like they promised. It has been well over a year now. And we, as far as I'm concerned, shut that place down. And I'm somebody who used to love me some Target, because Target was better than the store that starts with the W. Right? I always felt like if you lived in an area close to a Target, you was just, in the upper echelons of your community. I don't shop over there. I shop at Target. Target, as some people say. Hey, listen. They have some nice products, but not nice enough for you to disrespect me and my people and lie to my face. And a matter of fact, at this point, I don't even want your little sorry-ass apology. That's how I feel about it. You can keep your apology. What? It's been over a year. We've been fasting for over a year. And my question also is, when Nina said, I can celebrate progress and still see that there's a way to go, what progress have they made? Them people don't like us. Mm-mm. They don't want us in their store. It's not productive. But again, for me, I'm still boycotting Target because this is about principle. This is not about personalities. Okay, so I love me some Jamaal. I really, really do. Church is just down the street and around the corner from where I live. The boycott is still on. Ain't got to worry about me going to Target. As a matter of fact, I want to know who are we boycotting next? Who's getting this smoke? Who's not getting my money? And I realize also how important it is to invest in Black businesses as much as you can, in minority businesses, okay? Because at the end of the day, when leadership is not aligned, the people get confused. And confusion weakens the movement. I'm sure Jamaal will get past this. I'm sure Tamika will get past this. I'm sure Senator Nina will get past this. But I feel like people like Nakima Armstrong are in it for the long haul, are in it for the long run, because Target has not only disrespected us as a community, Target has shown us who they are. They are not for the people. So there is no way a boycott can end. Even if a boycott was over, I cannot, with a good conscience, I cannot, in my right mind, step foot into a place that does not want me, that does not honor my life, that does not honor the lives of my brothers and sisters. I can't do it. take a deep breath and center ourselves. Now, you let me know. Are you going back to Target? Is there another place that we should boycott also? How do y'all feel about Jamaal Bryant and Tamika Mallory and Nina Turner and all of them? Like, what are y'all's thoughts? Because it's a mess. Yeah. I'm okay. Whew. That was just a lot to get into. The Target one was the biggest one because I'm like you, Cyrus. I thought Jamaal was the face of the people of the movement. Yeah, we're not going back to Target. Target, you can keep your money. You can keep your apologies. I feel like this is a breakup that was a long time coming. And this brings me to, I call this my talk. It's just going to be real quick, y'all. Listen, what we have discussed today, what we have talked about is it's just discernment. We are in a season where you cannot believe everything that you see. You know, I feel like everything you hear and everything that's presented as truth, just because it's viral, doesn't mean that it's valid. Okay. You know, my friends brought a lot of stuff to me, and there was stuff that I wanted to bring to you about hot topics, from Jasmine Crockett to, you know, what happened with the social media influencers being sued. But the minute I fact checked them, the minute I did my research, I found out that the stories were misleading and the stories were false. You know, even Miss Tina, listen, I done ate at some restaurants and gotten sick too. But I don't think all her gumbo was bad. I honestly think that because she's connected to Beyonce, you know, we're not here for it. And listen, I also feel that food is not her brand. You know, Patti LaBelle, I see her gumbo at the hoedown. Not Tina. I could see Tina selling clothes, selling makeup, you know, having a little pop-up hair shop where she's doing hair. But listen, who are me to judge? She passed the test, you know, and just because somebody is leading does not mean that they should be followed blindly. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Just because somebody is leading doesn't mean that they should be followed blindly. You know, I think the reality is questions need to be answered. You know, and anybody that you're following, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to discern. It's okay to do research. It's okay to say, you know what? I got to call you out. Calling you out to call you higher. You know, I think this is a learning and teachable moment for Jamaal Bryant that he is going to overcome. But truly, especially when it comes to Black women, they have to be heard. They have to be seen, and they have to be honored. And I think one of the things that we saw was that he admitted to not honoring the truth and the hard work of Nakima Armstrong. You know, now, and also Tamika and Nina Turner, but I don't know what they're doing either. So in this season, listen, in this season, use your discernment. In this season, if it don't feel right, that's because it probably isn't right. In this season, be open to what you feel in your gut and listening to that inside voice. You know, I really want to encourage you not to get caught up in the headlines and in the post and what you see on social media. Do some digging, do some fact checking, ask questions, consider the source. Consider the source in everything. And let me say that again, and hopefully some of y'all out there will catch it, but consider the source. I'm going to say it one more time because people are like, Daryl, why are you repeating it? Consider the source. Who is your source? Who is your go-to? For me, it's God, and that's who I consider. I consider the source in my decision-making, in how I move, in my relationships, in my friendships. Consider the source next time. All right? Listen. Real quick, you've got to slow down, you've got to think, and you've got to process, because your discernment will protect you. Your discernment will keep you. Your discernment will keep you from falling. Your discernment will help you to be mindful of what you follow. Your discernment will help you to be mindful of what you repeat. Your discernment will help you to be mindful of what you believe. We live in a world where everything that glitter ain't gold. Okay. And for some of y'all this week, I'm trying to help somebody. You are going to be presented with options. You are going to be presented with things that look good on the outside, that looks good at the first meet, that tastes good at the first entrance. Hello, somebody. But the end thereof, it's not good for you. So this week, as you go through your weekend, consider discernment, y'all. Okay. Listen. We covered a lot. We had a lot of glitches, but we made it through. And that's the Daryl Walter Show. You know, just closing out real quick. Oh, thank you. Just closing out real quick, y'all. Listen, we have talked about discernment. We have talked and we have seen and talked about how everything that you see is not always true. You know, from Jamaal Bryant to E.J. Johnson, to Mama Tina and her gumbo, to Tara Chrisley. Consider the source. Consider the source and reflect on what is true, what is honest, y'all. Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm still boycotting Target because fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. You ain't got another chance to fool me, okay, y'all? I really enjoyed the show. We going somewhere. Do me a favor. Tell your friends, tell your homeboys, tell your homegirls about the Daryl Walter Show, and tune in next week, y'all. Listen, I'm available for hosting, showing up, all that good stuff. So follow me on social media. Email me at iamdarylwalter@gmail.com. And until then, I will see y'all next week. Peace.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.